Good to hear that again, didn't it? Even though it's preseason football, the Green Bay Packers and the New York Jets, Saturday night under the lights at Lambeau Field, our first glimpse at what some real football looks like for the 2025 season. We have our customary questions for the Green and Gold game preview each and every week. We're going to do it a little differently in the preseason. Here is question number 1 for you guys. Tausch, what's the most compelling storyline leading into this first preseason game for the Packers and Jets?
How much of the starters going to play? That's the, I think for me, that's the, in Jordan Love is at the top of that list. But that's the first part of what I think now everybody is wondering when preseason football kicks off. We saw a couple of games last night. We saw different approaches by different teams. I think I was anticipating maybe Jordan Love playing a little bit more than he did last season. It sounds as if 𝙒𝙄𝙇𝘿𝙀 is predicting a little bit less than what they did. And if that is indeed the case, is that going to get us off to a slow start in a game that is a season that we cannot get off to a slow start?
He played 3 snaps last year. If the drive takes longer than 3 snaps.
I thought it was snaps. 8. I thought you said 8.5.
No, the defense played 8. The offense played 3. Yep.
So that's the storyline for me. How many snaps will they get tomorrow night? And is that going to be the end of their time on the field in the preseason?
What is the key to the game that we ban from usage? Turnovers?
Turnover.
Winning the turnover battle.
Yeah, I'm assuming that we would have a similar ban on preseason on this, but it's all about not having guys get hurt. I'm sorry. I'm not going to change my position on that. And it's not going to stop making me concerned about potential injuries in games that don't count. I am scarred, like Ted Thompson was before me, by that experience in Pittsburgh. I will never forget it. My flight was canceled the day before the game, so I flew in day of. I'm in a cab, worrying about getting there for kickoff. Got there as they were singing, "Oh, say can." That's when I walked into the press box. I, of course, stopped once I got inside the doorway. And then I believe it was on the first offensive series that Jordy Nelson blew out his ACL. And that was a team that had been, should have been in the Super Bowl the previous year. And oddly enough, they started the year 6-0 without Jordy and then crashed and burned in a huge way and went 4-6 down the stretch, limped into the playoffs, and were done so. I don't know if they're a Super Bowl team if Jordy Nelson doesn't get hurt. But I sure would have liked to. What's the line you used from the American president? I would have liked that campaign. I would have liked that season. I would have liked to have seen what it looks like with a healthy Jordy Nelson, because he was the best wide receiver in football right then. So that's number 1 for me. Next.
It's the most compelling storyline is hoping no one gets injured?
It is. Yeah. I mean, look, I love Bo Melton, and I love the Omar Brown. Let's see if he can add to his interceptions. But yes, because, here's the thing. If somebody of significance gets hurt, what's going to be the most compelling storyline on this show on Monday? What the hell are they going to do without Kenny Clark or whoever it would be?
Oh, I wouldn't put names behind that.
Yeah, I regret that.
Risky.
I shouldn't have said that.
Redo.
Yeah, pull that back.
Edit that out for the podcast.
I won't. Question number 2. Who is
Play more Stocko Tuesday and over it.
Who is the most important player you'll be watching most intently on Saturday night, Tausch?
Yeah, it's Jordan Morgan. Jason mentioned earlier in the show that Sheed probably is not playing. Jordan Morgan got some good reps last week in family night, and it sounds like it was at best up and down. So he's going to get opportunities to play. Whether the Jets, I am guessing with their new coach, they're going to come out firing. They're going to play their starters. They're going to play their guys, and you're going to get to go against a really good defense. Remember, the Jets defense has a lot of talent on it. And I didn't even remember the pick swap in the house Saturday. So, good player. And if he lines up, you're going to get a good look at Jordan Morgan and how he can hold up. I don't think it's going to matter if he plays great Does that then give him maybe that opens that window back up? Because I think it was getting pretty tight as far as Sheed taking that left tackle spot. I still believe that is who will be playing against Detroit. But I'll be intrigued to watch how well Jordan Morgan, or not well, he plays tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know how tight it got because, again, the Thursday where Jordan Morgan took the left tackle snaps for both of the 2-minute drives late in practice, it turned out it was because Sheed had dropped out of practice. So I don't know if he had closed the gap or that was just circumstantial, and we haven't gotten a chance to talk to Steno since that happened. So I can't speak intelligently as to why that was what it was. Mine's Matthew Golden. Am I curious about Bo Melton? Of course I am. Am I curious about Jordan Morgan? Absolutely I am. But for me, Matthew Golden's playing his first NFL game. And it's another milepost on his journey toward being a major contributor, is to see what he's able to do in his first NFL game, albeit an exhibition. So
how much
he's
is he going to play?
Yeah, I think he's going to play. I think he's going to play more than the other guys that would be starters. Okay. Next.
Okay.
Last up in our green and gold game preview. Oh, look at this. Besides avoiding injury, Saturday's first preseason game will be considered a success if blank. Tausch, fill in the blank.
You know what I kind of want to see happen here? And I don't think it will. I want to see Malik Willis play so well. Indianapolis, their guy gets hurt. Their other guy not very good. I would love for the rumblings to start of what teams are going to come and approach the Green Bay Packers about poaching Malik Willis for a high pick. I don't think Green Bay should do it.
How
but
high?
I want to. What?
How high? How high of a pick?
No, you're asking me what I want to see happen.
No,
I don't know.
You said which teams are going to approach the Packers for a high pick, and I'm asking you, what would it take for GM Tausch, if he does what you say you would like to see him do, which is play so well that there's going to be interest? What round of a draft pick would it take for you to give up that security blanket who went 3-0 in the games he played extensively?
Third round pick.
Okay. I would trade him too. I'm with you. Okay.
If Indianapolis calls at the end of August and says, and let's say, I don't know, somebody else emerges, you're not going to feel great if you don't have Malik Willis.
I would agree.
Is it worth a third-round pick for a couple of wins? Man, last year we needed him. We don't make you talk about sneaking in the playoffs as a 7 seed. If we got Sean Clifford last year, does that team make the playoffs? I don't think so. Another great move by Goot, bringing in Malik Willis. But if Indy calls, because he is going to probably be gone if he has the preseason we expect. He ain't going to get a compensatory pick to being that high. So, third-round pick, I think I'm going to let him go. I do. Especially if it's the Colts, because they're going to stink.
Yeah, I guess I'm. Now you did such a great job of arguing that point that now I'm stopping and rethinking mine. By the way, Anthony Richardson dislocated his right pinky finger, but he's fine. He could practice as soon as Saturday, per Adam Schefter.
You got to be able to pick up that blitz. That's like scat protection 101 right there. So that's another story.
If they miss the playoffs without Malik Willis, which is exactly 100% true, then maybe a third-round pick's not enough for me. Because that really was look at how we'd be looking at this team right now had he not come in and played well enough for them to win. They needed all those wins. They needed them all. And he got them all. So, really good point. It will also be a success, not just if the offensive starters come out healthy, but also if they put up a touchdown on their opening drive because they were not very good on family night, and they have not been great in the last week and a half. They had a good day yesterday from those who actually attended practice as opposed to me, but they have been very up and down, and I'm not sure that they're super thrilled with where they're at offensively, which leads me to also wonder if they go 3 and outs instead of the third play being the 65-yard touchdown to 𝙏𝘼𝙐𝙎.
Bring it around. Yep.
They're going to come back.
One.
I think they're going to play another series.
I've seen that play before. I can tell you, I've seen that play before. And then you know what? When you go 3 and out again, you know what happens?
You're out there again.
Anger. Get your blanket. Then you start going against the threes, and you go 3 and out, and then they start wondering maybe they're going to have to get a couple first downs, or they're going to play more for sure.